All right, welcome back to the after party. How's everything going, man, on the new squad, man? How's it been?
I think, man.
Not to drop that on you out of nowhere.
And as an artist, it's great for me because it's like free studio time. Big Machine's like, hey, like when can you make another trip up here?
I'm the coach of one of the teams. I feel like everyone plays golf. I've never played a round of golf in my life.
Y'all gonna either run till you throw up or till I throw up. I was like, bro, we have to throw up.
Yeah.
Every video I posted was getting like 100K views on Twitter.
So you start blowing up.
Start blowing up.
All right, welcome back to the after party. Today's guest is one of my longest banana ball pals and the songbird of our generation, right? That's what they say.
That's what
Is that
they
what they
say.
say?
That's what they say.
Dalton Mauldin, I appreciate you coming on today.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me on here.
Of course, man. Of course. I know we've talked about it for a little bit. I feel like I might have come up to you like a month ago, like randomly in the gym, and I was like, hey, you want to come on the podcast? You're like, absolutely. And then the season kicked in and stuff gets crazy as usual. But how's everything going, man, on the new squad, man? How's it been?
Dude, it's been great.
Yeah.
Definitely feels like a fresh start after playing for the Bananas for 5 years and getting to play under like new teammates, new coaches. Like it's a blessing. I get to kind of be a vet on that team and kind of, tell the guys this is what we do, this is what we don't do. Let them know if they're doing something wrong. Let them know if they're doing something right. Kind of like setting the standards as they come in, and because I want them to be able to play for a long time, also as long as I have, or even longer. So I feel like it's my job to hold everybody accountable, make sure everybody's doing the right thing, and then at the same time represent a new team and get some wins.
Yeah, man. I think it's great, especially having such a big veteran presence on the new ball clubs, like Prime being over at the Clowns, Joe Lytle over there. It's like there's so much fun and excitement to have, but like I feel like the veterans are here to reel it in sometimes and be like, okay, like this is how we go about things. This is kind of how we handle these situations. And like, man, it's really cool that you can like basically build and start over there, at Croc. And I was gonna say it's funny because I see a lot of these guys in new uniforms now, and it's like it kind of takes me back because I'm so used to seeing everyone in like but like you and the coconut stuff, man, it just looks perfect. Like you were meant for that brand. I felt
Some
like
people have been saying. I mean, it feels good wearing it too. A lot of people are like, I thought it'd be weird seeing you in like a different color, but like I feel like it suits you better.
Dude, it's a good color.
I'm like, I agree.
It's like I'd never planned on wearing so much pink in my entire life, but now everything I own is pink and neon green. It's crazy. I was talking to Heather the other day about it. I was like, literally, probably 80% of my clothing, and like I wear the same stuff over and over because it's all party animal stuff. And I'm sure you have the same issue. You probably have so much bananas, so much coconuts now. It's so funny.
The amount of banana gear I have is like ridiculous. Yeah, I've been like slowly giving. I gave it to like Justin, like our trainers the other day. I was like, dude, I got so much stuff, and he was, I was like, I'll bring you some. And he's like, oh yeah, I bring him some, and he's like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, dude, this is like a fifth of what I got. And I can't wear any. I mean, yes, I could wear it, but like I can't wear any of that stuff anymore.
It's the because I remember when we first started, like we really didn't get a lot of party animal stuff. So like I have like bananas hoodies, like t-shirts, like our world tour t-shirts, and like
you can never wear that.
I can't wear it now, man. It's like
cannot wear no
and like I'll go back home and visit my parents and my sister, and they got like the OG. Remember that like it was like a light blue bananas one was like fuzzy almost material, and they always wear it. I'm like, guys, I'm so glad you're using it, but I can't see. You got to take it off in the house. I'm like, you can't do it. But
too far into it now to be wearing that.
No, man, but it's good, man. I'm glad that the team's going well. Y'all are a couple weekends in. Where were you last weekend?
San Diego.
How was that?
Dude, it was awesome.
Second time for you.
Second time for me. We went last year. Did we play you guys there last year?
No, we didn't get any of those California trips with you guys.
Who did we play there last year? Firefighters?
Firefighters,
yeah. One of my favorite things about Petco, like it's already like a great city, great ballpark, but coolest thing about that place is like you have like your pregame spread, pregame meals. Like we had that or whatever, obviously, but they also have their private chefs.
Right.
So literally you walk into the kitchen and you're like, hey, can I get a quesadilla? And they're like, quesadilla, coming right up.
Yep.
And at one point last year, like I felt so bad because there was so many guys in line because they also have like they're already making stuff for you too, like a pregame. They're making like chicken and rice and pork chops and acai bowls and yogurt bowls, everything you could dream of.
Yeah.
And then like you have 35 guys, 40 guys yelling like orders at them. And in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I might not even get anything. I feel bad for these guys. But they're like, that's it. Come on, boys, give us more, give us more. And I'm like, oh, they're living for it.
No, they're probably used to that. And
yeah.
So are you guys on the home side when you're talking about, or is that the visiting side?
That's the visiting side.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, like you remember in Truist, it's kind of like the same situation there, right?
Yes, exactly.
And I was like mind blown. I was like, man, we can get whatever we want. Like, and us, like, I'm never one that's like, oh, give me this. And when I realized, I was like, like, can I get that? He's like, yeah, no problem. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, let's do this. Like, this is so cool. But no, man, I feel like you get a little spoiled sometimes at these MLB parks, man.
Oh yeah, we do. I mean, we literally walk in. There's a teal carpet that has Loco Beach on it.
Right.
I'm like, already, this is sick. And then we're going to like eat like the early lunch, whatever. They have like a whole big bowl of like Loco Beach and bananas tech decks.
No way.
So I took like 20 of them so I can give them to the kids and stuff like that.
So
if I
cool.
run into somebody at the airport, that'd be cool. But yeah, dude, definitely felt like a big leaguer. Like they'll treat you like that, and it was so sick. That's why. It's literally the same thing last year. They felt like a big leaguer there, and like going back in this year, felt like it again. It was awesome.
And I think that shows like, and we talk about it all the time as coaches, like make sure you leave the place better than you found it.
Yeah,
and
100%.
like that's definitely a case because like you can go to somewhere and like you've treated it terrible the year before, and they're not going to give you that love. But like I've noticed every time we come back somewhere, it's like 10 to 20% better than the time we went previously.
Yep.
It's like I think they're like, okay, like these guys are like looking to help us take care of us too. Like they're not going to just make a mess and
100%.
all that BS. But
even like the grounds crew, like they're like like a little nicer, a little more welcoming because like they know what's going on. They know we're not going to like actually mess up any of their stuff. I remember like I think it was last year. I can't remember where we played at, but literally like the head of the grounds crew comes up and he's like, all right, you guys gonna need the bullpen? And we're like, yeah, we're gonna need the bullpen.
We might need that.
And that was like an instance. And then like, you know, he ended up being better. But like as they see, like we actually care about it. We want to take care of the facility and like we don't want to step on any toes. Like they're cool by the end of the night. So every time we come back, it's always a little bit better, which is cool.
Absolutely. And the grounds crew, they're a tough bunch because like you're essentially playing on their baby. Like that's their job.
Day was like 4 days later.
Oh yeah. So like that's like dedicated to them. I know when we were in Sacramento last week, I used one of the field signs, like it said stay off the grass for like the lineup card. And but I because they weren't mean by like no means, but they were just like you could tell like not used to like a coach coming up and talking to them so much. And I like was like, hey, like what do you have extras of these? And like I've told them everything I did. And like they literally like turned around completely. Like they were like, yeah, like we'll go get you an extra one. They like immediately walked out there, they brought me multiple options. And I was like, okay, like it's sometimes you just gotta like, cause I'm sure like us coming in there, like we're all smiling, happy, like they're probably not used to that. You know, they're like, oh, like why are these guys so happy? You gotta break the ice. So but the grounds crew, they're the tough ones to win over.
They are.
But man, that's good. So actually driving here, I know this is way off topic. Driving here, I was thinking, how did you get involved in like singing, playing guitar and all that stuff? I really don't know that part of you.
Yeah. I mean, long story. I'll try to make it as short as possible.
I mean, we got all the time in the world.
All right. Well, I grew up, always loved music. Always loved listening to music. I got my first CD. It was like the Usher Confession CD.
Yep.
I loved that. And I'd walk around with my little CD player and
anti-skip or...
Oh,
yeah,
it was
anti-skip CD player.
It was a non-skip. It was just play the next one.
Yep, good. Do you remember I'm like when you would like shake it would like stop playing?
Oh yeah.
But you had to get the ones that like,
or you could hold it down and it would close on the CD.
That's the old school stuff,
yes,
right
bro.
there.
That's all I had. Like I had these little like tiny things. I would just walk around with it in my pocket.
Love that.
But I listen to that thing all the time. Like I know top to bottom every single word on that whole CD. I love it, and that was like my favorite CD forever.
Right.
One of my still my favorites. And so I always liked music and listened to music. I never sang or anything like that.
Right.
And then when I started going to in church, I started going to church in like 6th grade to like youth and stuff.
Okay.
Started listening to like the worship music, and I just like fell in love with it, and I like feel like connected to the music somehow. And I'm like, like is this God? Is this music? What's going on? Is it both of it? And so that's when I really started like really diving into music and diving into like worship music. And then fast forward, like my senior year of high school, my dad, like I could never work a job because I just had I'd baseball on the weekend.
So busy.
Yeah, you know how it goes. And so my dad would give me gas money every week. And I'll put like, every time he give me like $10, I put like $2 to the side, $3 to the side, and I'll just stack it in my like little closet drawer next to my bed. He had no clue. Yeah. Literally, yeah. And I had a stack of like bills like this high, bro. And so I took that, I put it in a bag, and I wanted to get a guitar.
Right.
So I went to Guitar Center. I literally paid in all like dollar bills, like a bag. I just like dumped it on the counter. Literally it was just like a bag of money. Like I just like found off the side of the road. Walked in. Paid for that guitar. It was great.
Did you have a guitar in mind?
So, no, I had no guitar in mind.
Okay.
And so, I guess to backtrack a little before I got that guitar, my friend Dugan had one at his house,
okay.
And I was like, "Do you ever play that thing?" And this is probably like 3 months prior to this, and he's like, "No, I don't play that." And I was like, "Could I take it home and like just try it?" Right. And he's like, "You want to?" I'm like, "Yeah." He gave it to me. I started watching a bunch of like YouTube videos and learning how to play.
Right.
And after like 3 months, I was like, I probably should get a decent guitar. And so I had that money saved up. Did that, bought the guitar, and then I played it a little bit, and then I got to junior college, and we just got busy.
Yeah.
I had it in my room, didn't really play it. And then once I went to my Division I school at Bethune-Cookman, I got hurt, tore my UCL pitching, and so I couldn't practice with the team, couldn't travel, couldn't do anything.
Right.
And so my roommate had went home for the spring, and so it was just me. And I was like, man, I got to figure out something else to do. And so I went back to YouTube, started watching YouTube videos every night, and like I'd get home from the calf at like 7 o'clock, and then from like I'd shower, then like 8 o'clock to like 2 a.m. every night, I would just like watch YouTube videos and learn how to play different songs and whatnot. And then once I got comfortable enough with it, like I was singing with it because I wanted to learn how to sing and play at the same time.
Because it's so difficult.
So difficult.
Yeah.
I still have trouble with some songs. Like if I didn't write it and it's like a weird like progression, I can't. Like it takes a long time to figure it out. So yeah, I started doing that and started getting decent at it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start posting videos online, like just see what happens. And so I was like, I'm going to post a video every single day, just see what happens. And so I posted a new cover every day on Twitter. And like I would tag the artist because like retweeting was a big thing. Right. And so I would tag an artist and pretty much like every other video, the artist would see it, no matter like how big the artist was, and they'd retweet it. Really? And I was starting to like gain some followers like that. And then after like 2 weeks of doing it every day, every video I posted was getting like 100K views on Twitter.
So you started blowing up.
And I was getting followers like crazy. Like I was like 10K, 15K, 20, 25, 30, 40, up to 50K. And it was going crazy. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I posted that cover, Dan and Shay, about tequila. And that's whenever that one blew up. It had like over 1 million views within like the first like week or something like that. That's
crazy.
And then that's whenever Jesse Cole reached out to me because he saw that video. And then ever since then, like, let's see, ever since then, I guess I ended up leaving that school in Daytona. I moved to Nashville, put my first song out, put it out that summer. Right. It charted like top 15 in the world, like the night it came out on iTunes. It was crazy. And yeah, I've just been doing it ever since.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Because I remember, I think you came in for the Breakfast Bowl. That was the first one. I feel, literally, we've talked about the Breakfast Bowl. I feel like every episode on here because like some of the OGs are from the Breakfast Bowl. Bro. And so that was the first time like I really got to meet you. Who played shortstop for us?
Josh Lavender.
Josh Lavender, that was it. Okay, because you were at second, and Bill was playing third. Yep. I feel like I pieced together this team a little bit more. I still can't.
You gotta think about it.
Was Ashley was at first base? Do you remember that his last name or his first name was Ashley?
Yeah.
He was at first. Malachi was still an outfielder.
Malachi was center field. Dakota McFadden played right.
We had Big Bill out there.
Wild Bill and left.
And then me and Neff were the catchers.
Yep, y'all were the catchers.
But yeah, dude, it's so funny. I keep piecing this team together as we go because a lot of us. Hickey was on there.
Hickey was on there.
Yeah, Hickey was on there. He was you remember him? He would wear like leather jacket.
Kevin Hickey?
Yeah, Kevin Hickey. Yeah,
I remember he would after our games he'd be like doing like journalism stuff in the clubhouse.
It was funny. It was probably the end of last year. I was sitting on just coming back. It was like one of our layovers in like a random location, like not like close to here, and sat next to this couple. They're like, "Oh, you might know our nephew. His name's James Hickey." I was like, "No way!" I was like, "What's the odds?"
That's
just out of
crazy.
nowhere. But yeah. So you started in that Breakfast Bowl. So were you when it was the Central Florida? You went there.
Yep. CF.
Were you popular on social media? You were pretty popular on social media at that point.
I was like decently. I think I probably had like. I don't know, like 30K on Instagram or something like that at the time. Because I was still posting like a pretty good amount.
Yeah.
Like I post a lot of pictures. Like I started posting pictures when I was in high school on Instagram and stuff like that.
Because I ran into your head coach at ABCA and then John Cohensfield. Because I played high school ball with his brother, Ben, and they were like because they were talking about you. They're like, talk about like that kid's been fan first like since we've met him because I guess people would wait for you off the bus like some of your fans, and he's like he would like take his time. Like there's like you can think of like a young boy being like super creepy with fans or like also like being like very rude to people. He's like he was literally how he was now like back then, and I was like that just shows like. There's always a place for people like the fans 100%. First, like it found us and like I was like such a cool story to know like Dalton was doing the same thing when he was 19 as he is now, and it's just like it's really cool to see like okay you ended up like where you're supposed to be, so that's also 22 man, and then we jump right into it after that at 23, huh? We started hitting the road. Yep. How far after the Breakfast Bowl did you know like we were about to jump into something like this? Because I didn't know for a little while, honestly. Yeah. I mean. I think we did that Breakfast Bowl, and it was only like 8. It was supposed to be 9 games, but it turned out being 8. But it was so much fun, like getting to meet all you guys. And then like that's when I first met Bill. Like I remember the first time I met Bill, I was playing guitar at home plate, like sound checking it and stuff. Right.
started talking about music and then hanging out, and then we came and played that, and I was like, man, that was so much fun, man. Like, I don't know, I didn't come back like the next summer to play ball or anything like that, and yeah, I don't know. I don't remember like what the conversation was like getting me back there, but I just remember talking to like Barry and stuff, and he'd be like, he called me like a few months later and was like, hey, we're gonna do something again like next year. You're gonna be a part of it. I'm like, yeah. And then I think when we played in Daytona, the first time after the game, remember Jesse would like just rent out that little bar area, and we'd go there after like the plaza and stuff. He
had like that rooftop spot, right? Yeah, that place was nice.
So nice. He came up to me and he was like, you having fun? I'm like, yeah, I'm having a blast, man. Like you said, like I'm having so much fun doing this. And he's like, cool. Well, just let you know, like 2025, we're gonna sell out Fenway. And I was like, what?
Oh man.
He's like 2024 or 2024 or 2025, we're gonna sell out Fenway. And I'm like, yeah, I mean that sounds great. And he's like, and I want you to be there. And I was like, okay, like I'll be there.
Yeah, whatever you say.
And when he said that, like I believed it.
Oh yeah.
And that's when I remember going home that night, like we were Ubering back, and I was like, dang, that would actually be so wild if we sold out a big league park. And Fenway's not even one of the bigger ones.
No.
And so I think that like that Uber ride home, or like that bus ride home, we had a bus from there. I remember I was just thinking like, man, that'd actually be so wild if that really happened. And then I think that's when I kind of imagined it, like it really could be massive.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously, every year, every game is sold out and just gets bigger and bigger. And then sure enough, we get to Fenway, we sell it out just like you said. And I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah. I mean, he's a prophet, dude. He will tell you. Well, I think with Jesse too, it's like he's so confident that it's going to work that it can't fail. Like it can't fail, because if you're confident and you believe in something like that much, like you have nothing else but to succeed at it.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
And then we did that in 24. But I do remember that Daytona trip. One of my favorite memories from that was like, obviously after the game, like then we went to go downtown area and like, check it out. But like D-Mac doesn't drink. So we had Heather's car, and she's got this little Corolla with like this pink fuzzy steering wheel. And so it was me, Fluke, Heather. I'm sure like 2 other people squeezed in there, and we're like, you really don't mind driving us there and back? He's like, absolutely not. And how far back, of course, he was like, no, of course not. And as far back as he had to sit on this Corolla and just his big hands on the fuzzy pink steering wheel the whole time. And like, I wish I had a picture of it. It was one of the funniest things from Daytona I remember. But yeah, man, 22 felt like the 7 cities felt like it went by so fast.
Yeah.
And then we did the summer series. You were the summer series. Do you remember that? It was like right before like A-Cuff and Baber's first like rodeo.
Yep.
And because a lot of guys weren't there because they were still playing college ball and pro ball and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
like Dermot and Tanner were doing pro ball, I think.
They were doing, they were still playing. And it was like the last night there, I think Kyle said something to me, and he's like, "You trying to do this like full time with us?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, cause I still had no idea. Like, they kept saying we're gonna do stuff.
And he's like a worker
he
too.
Is,
at the same time,
and I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Just be expecting a phone call." Like, he literally made it like, and I was like, he just left me with that for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, "What is that?" I was like, "What does that even mean?" So then finally Barry calls me and was like, "Hey, like, we're doing this full time. Like, come be the head coach." And I was like, "I'm quit my job right now." I was like, I'm so.
And what were you doing at the time?
So I was a teacher and a baseball coach.
Okay.
And
Heather
back in Tampa, Heather was a hygienist. So, and we just got an apartment. We were like probably 4 months into the lease.
Yeah.
And I remember like, because they were like, Kyle, she was there when she said that. She was like, "What does this mean?" She's like, are we moving soon? And I was like, I don't know. So like a month goes by, I get the call from Barry, and we're sitting in the kitchen of our apartment, and she's like, you have to do it. She's like, you can't not do it. I was like, what about you? She goes, I'll figure it out. She goes, I could be a hygienist, like, and I always come back to it. And so I tell everyone, witness protection program. We literally just like dropped our whole life and just moved up, and just have been here since. And it's been wild. We lived with you remember Neff?
Yep.
We lived with Neff for a couple months when we moved up here.
Yeah, I remember
and then we got into the apartment. But yeah, man, just like dropped everything, and it was like, just because I knew this couldn't fail. And like, this was like just the way it was. And you've worked a normal job, I'm sure. You know how it, like, normal companies are not always like this friendly and happy, and everyone's always in good spirits. And it's like, man, like, this is so nice to be involved in a place that respects you and like genuinely gives a crap about you.
Yep.
So I was like,
100%.
you know what, even if this fails within the first like year and a half, like I could say I did it, and I was so much fun. But this thing just keeps growing, man.
Just keeps growing.
Unbelievable. And like with the addition of the new teams, like I feel like y'all are getting so much traction. Just your logo alone is so sweet.
Yeah.
Like, like y'all's backpacks.
Oh yeah.
So
like the sand looking
so
ones.
sick, dude. I love it. They're definitely I went for when over Christmas, like we had that little time to go buy like merchandise, and I was like, coconut stuff's cool. I was like, don't tell anyone I said
Kind of
this,
fire, I know.
It is, man. But I guess like going back into the world of music, like how is handling that and doing this? Like I'm sure that's extremely difficult.
Yeah. I mean, 2023, I signed a deal with Big Machine,
Right.
as basically like Big Machine has a label side, which is like Justin Bieber was on there, right. Taylor Swift was on there before, okay. And then they have like Thomas Rhett, Riley Green, all those guys, and then you have the publishing side, and that's the songwriter side.
Okay.
And so I signed a songwriting deal, basically because I was playing here for 3-4 months out of the year, and then the next 7 or 8 months I'd go back to Nashville,
right.
and I'd be writing songs. And so I had no money really, and I needed like some income, and so that was it became an opportunity for me to make some money that way, and then also signing this publishing deal got me a chance to like get in a lot of rooms with a bunch of different like really really talented like
right.
writers and producers. And like I was writing all my songs by myself, like had like 4 friends that made music, and so that was a really cool opportunity for me. Because I'm really really glad that I did that, because I made so many friends that made music, and so many talented writers and singers and artists and creatives and producers.
Good networking.
That whole network, because literally I would wake up like Monday through Friday. I'd wake up, like Big Machine would set it all up. I wake up, look at my phone. Monday morning, it'd be like, all right, 11 o'clock, go to this address. Here's the 2 people you're working with. Go there. Every single day.
That's
we made
crazy.
a new song every single day. That's why I literally have hundreds of songs on my
right.
phone like that I've made, because that was my job every day.
You just had to make music.
Yeah. And so that was like my thing. But then I got kind of caught up in like when I was in Nashville all the time, I would see like all the guys here like in the off season, like like working on ground balls or making content together and stuff like that. And so while I'm doing this, which I know is so important, this music thing, there's guys over here like getting BP in. And meanwhile, I'm like finishing up at the studio. I like wake up, go work out, go to the studio from like 11 to 6, get out of there. I go home, get a snack, go straight to the batting cages, hit by myself, go home, eat, and then try to write a song like idea for the next day. Yeah. So it was like a lot of stuff I was trying to balance out.
Bet, dude.
But I cared about them both so much. So I was like, I have to like be here at this time, be here at this time. And so a big battle I had like over the last few years was like while I was in Nashville, like, man, I need to be here, like making content and getting better and working out and be on a good schedule plan, waking up, eating good, sleeping good, working out, baseball stuff. And then whenever I was here, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to be back in Nashville making songs, because like Big Machine's like, hey, like when can you make another trip up here? Which respectfully so, because I have a job with that too.
Right.
And so I did that for like 2.5 years. And then eventually, like, and I told him too, like, hey, like this bananas thing is like my job. This is what I'm doing. Like, this is like my priority here.
Right.
But I really want to do this, and I really want to write songs for a living. I really want to make music. And as an artist, it's great for me because it's like free studio time, which in Nashville, it's really hard to get studio time because it's super expensive.
And there's so many artists there.
So many artists, and like so many talented producers, but they can like charge crazy money because they're like, whatever they make is probably going to do pretty well with their name on it, you know? And so that was a big thing, like trying to balance that out. But I got a really, really cool opportunities getting to meet a lot of people and like free studio time. That's why I have, hundreds of songs on my phone ready to go, because it's like, I got to do all that. So it was a big balance with that. Right. And then as it grew on, like the next year, before we signed like the next Big Machine deal, they're like, are you going to be back in Savannah, like playing banana ball? And I'm like, well, yeah, of course. And they're like, well, you need to be up here like more often. And I was like, I'll try to come as much as I can. Like, we're very busy with this, by the way. And they're like, all right, well, all right, we'll do it again. Like, just make some more songs. Like, there was X amount of songs you have to turn in. Like, you have to turn in 12 fully compositioned songs. So me and you write a song, we turn in, I get half a song.
Gotcha.
So we have to write 24 songs together to have 12 full.
It's like 100%. A quota, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
That's like your quota. You got to have that. And then if us three wrote a song together, that's only 33%. So then you got to write three songs to get one song. And I'm working sometimes with like 4 people every now and then.
Right.
And so it's a lot has to add up. And
that's crazy.
Yeah. So then I signed that next deal, and then I came down here, did it again. And then once we finished that third, like the second term, third term was coming around, and I'm like, guys, like I'm playing banana ball. Like, but this is like I care about this so much. I get to play my music all over the world. I made a bunch of connections, and so I get to go back and forth to Nashville. I mean, now whenever I want, and I have so many connections, I can work with whoever I want, which is nice. And so I think this is definitely a healthier like balance for me.
Yeah.
I can do this full time and then just making trips on my own because I still want to put out music. I have a song coming out tonight, literally. So
at
midnight.
Hell
so
yeah.
I'm like prioritizing, making music and getting to play banana ball.
Right.
So, and I think you just make time for the things that you care for. So
No, absolutely. I mean, that makes sense, especially like with having that obligation. Like, I would be so stressed knowing I had something due on somewhere. But like, you at least you let them know, like, hey, banana ball is the priority, and like, hey, you're making it work, and that's the key. And what sucks is like, with a lot of that stuff too, I imagine weekends are like the prime time to do stuff, and that's when we work the most. It's like our weekends are gone. Like we have the reverse of everyone else's schedule.
That's when everybody's off, know?
So you're just trying to get something going on a Tuesday, but now Tuesdays are tough, dude. It's
literally, bro. Or like people like that I work with, like they're so far booked out.
Oh yeah.
I actually like hit my buddy Ben up in like January and be like, bro, do you have May 2nd? And he's
crazy.
like, I actually don't, but I got the last half of the day on the 3rd.
Right.
It's like, all right, well, let me make sure I can get that,
Right. And like, I'm sure it's like an hour increment. You probably can't get that for like a full day too when you rent out a space, right? You probably get like a X amount of time in the studio.
Well, a lot of guys, so like, most of the studios in Nashville are like in-home studios.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't need like all the big bells and whistles that you can. I mean, I've definitely recorded at the big studios and like, I mean, they're great and all, but really you just need your laptop, your DAW, and everything, and then you're good to go. Like we could make a full fully produced song here, and it would sound like it should be on the radio.
Should we do it, Ian? Should we make a full? Yeah, I think
we should do that. Absolutely. We already got the mics. We're chilling.
I'm ready.
And so like most of those like home studios are that, but a lot of times like if I schedule something, my buddies would be like, "Hey, I'm good from 4 and on," or like, "Hey, we're good to go until whenever you want to start till 3." But then after that, I have a session at 4 to 10. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. It was wild. I was working my butt off trying to get back and forth, man.
I bet, man. And like, especially with singing so much, like I talk to like Party Down, and I get like, cause I'm like crazy with cough drops. Like I don't sing obviously, but I'm on the mic quite a bit. And like after I do like our like player announcements, like when we first run out and stuff, and like our intro, like sometimes I'm so hoarse, like I be eating cough drops like crazy. Is that like a go-to thing like with singers? Like I always wondered what's like the go-to.
Dude, so a lot of times I'm like conserving my voice like all the time.
I imagine.
Until like we're going like to meet fans or I'm going to sing. Like a lot of times when like I talk a lot, or if I go out or anything, like I usually don't say a word.
Right.
And people will be like, "Yo, you good?" I'm like, "Bro, I just can't talk or I'll lose my voice like straight up." And then if I lose it for like 3 days.
Yep.
So I have to be careful with that. But like, yeah, dude, I drink a lot of tea. Like before games, like in the mornings, I'll like go and like get like either just hot water and lemon and honey. Do that. I have like a little breathing treatment thing that I do.
I seen what's his name at
Derek Lena.
I seen him with one of those things. I was like,
that thing, the vocal mist, bro, is a lifesaver. It's like just saline. A lot of cough drops, bro. A lot of water. You would think because like a lot of times like we thrive off caffeine, but like you gotta drink a lot of water too, or it'll just dry your throat out.
Yeah, and caffeine restricts your blood vessels too, which makes everything tight in the body. So that doesn't help me because I'm always literally as I drink coffee right now. But I'm literally always drinking caffeine. But yeah, because I noticed like, and I'm not singing, but like sometimes at the plaza parties, like I sound like a retired like smoking wrestler, and I'm just like, "Thank you so much for coming out." And I'm just like, man, I'm like, I didn't even do anything that crazy tonight. Also, I imagine like yelling throughout the game because I can't keep my mouth shut, so I'm always yelling or something. But no, man, I be eating. Poor Casey has to probably get like stock and cough drops.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I got
man.
Pons hooked.
Show
I got
goes
Lee
on.
Alios hooked.
Straight up.
Because like at first I'd be like, hey, like y'all want a cough drop? And they're like, no, it's okay. And then now it's like every series they're like, hey, you got one of those things on you? I was like, I got you. I got the lemon on deck over here. But that's awesome, man. So you grew up in Florida.
Yep.
What part of Florida did you grow up in?
Lake City, Florida.
Lake City, Florida. So that's like right by Sumner over there. No.
That would be like Lake Lind.
Where's
area.
Lake City? Why can't I think of Lake City?
So Lake City is basically going to go to I-75 and go north where I-10 and 75 hit. It's just north of Gainesville.
Right there. Okay, so I take that when I go back and forth to visit family in Florida. So
Usually go up that and then go east to Jacksonville, then up to Savannah.
Gotcha. So you're probably like 3.5, 4 hours.
About 3 hours.
That's not bad.
Not too bad.
What high school did you go to there?
I went to Columbia County.
Columbia County. Okay.
Yeah, so Columbia High.
Columbia High. How was the sports there? Were they good, competitive?
Yeah, they were good. I mean, like our baseball team was really good. A lot of our guys went and played like college ball after. Our football team was awesome. I mean, we had Larry Tunzel. I don't know if you know who that is.
I heard the name.
Yeah, big dude. We had like ESPN come for his signing day, play football.
That's sick.
Timmy Jernigan. He's in the NFL too. He played at Florida State and then went to the NFL. Same with Laramie. He's in the NFL. So football was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I remember I was in math class in Miss Shoop's class one day, and I'm sitting there like doing my work, whatever. Laramie's in our class too. I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, like Mark Richt and the whole rest of like the offensive coordinators or whatever, or if he was defense, offense, I don't know. I don't watch it, but I don't know anything about Georgia football. But he literally walks in, and I'm like,
you're like, oh man,
I know who that is. And then they're like, Laramie, you good to go? And Laramie's like, he called Miss Shoop Mama. He's like, Mama, can I go? And she was like, yeah.
She's like, yeah, go ahead.
And then he like, I think they like just freaking took a helicopter to Tuscaloosa or to Georgia, and
that's so cool.
It was crazy. Or like you'd be walking down the hall and you see like the Alabama head coach, you see like Nick Saban walking down the hallways. You know exactly who they're going for.
It's a real deal, yeah.
Yeah, like literally just like kind of like on a Tuesday, like nothing crazy. You're like, well, they're definitely here for football.
As cool as that is, like obviously you always want to be that athlete in high school. I don't know what I probably would have freaked out as a kid, like a young kid having like all these coaches come. Like, I'm so thankful I didn't like go to a big school right out of high school. I feel like that was like a blessing. I went the JUCO route, and I was like, thank goodness. Like, I really didn't know what I was getting into at college. Like, I was a good student, wasn't a great student by any means, and like always kind of just flied by. And I'm like, man, I would have flunked out immediately at a big school. I wouldn't have known how to handle any of that.
Too much going on.
Way too much.
100%.
Way too much. But JUCO is definitely the good route for me. So, did you play any other sports besides baseball, or you're just a baseball guy?
I played golf. My buddies were playing golf pretty heavily in like middle school, and I was so bad at it, but I wanted to beat them so bad. And eventually, I had like 5 or 6 buddies that played golf like all the time.
Right.
They played soccer like during the school year, then like golf just for fun. And then like in the summer they'd play, and then I don't know. I felt like I wasn't getting invited to play golf because I wasn't good enough to play with them. I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna get good at this. And eventually, like I started grinding on golf. Like anytime we weren't playing baseball, I was at the golf course. My buddy Tristan and I, we played all day. It was like you pay like $20, you get 18 holes, and then you get like a free lunch at the pro shop or whatever.
Oh, that's a steal.
And we played it every day. Like my dad would drop me off in the morning if we weren't like traveling somewhere, play golf, and eventually like I think my dedication just to be better than them got me like really good at golf.
That's awesome.
And then I stuck with it, and I played like all in high school. Played golf in high school, and like got better than those guys.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's awesome.
I was dedicated. You know what I'm saying? And I just also loved golf. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
There was a time where I was like, dude, I feel like I could low-key play golf better than I could be a better baseball player.
Just give it a shot.
Yeah, and obviously I didn't, but I still love golf so much to this day. So I wish I would have played football, but my mom was always just like, you're not big enough, which I wasn't. I would have got waxed, but I do love playing football.
Yeah, football's always fun. I played a little bit, but my mom was the same way. She didn't want me to play, and golf is like one of those things. Like Baber was really good at golf too. Like he played growing up, and like it's like I'm the coach of one of the teams. I feel like everyone plays golf. Like that's like every weekend they're playing golf somewhere. I'm like, I've never played a round of golf in my life.
Oh,
not
really?
once. And I'm like, I need to get good at this. Like I need to like just out of nowhere just show up one day, and be like, oh, I just have my own clubs, like rock. But no, I've never played a round of golf, man. I've like been to a driving range a couple times, Top Golf, but like now I've never pulled the trigger.
It's fun, dude.
It looks fun. It looks like a good time. I need to broaden my horizon. Also on the road, like y'all get a little bit more time than I do. Like I kind of got to be places early, and then like
I mean, you're literally a head coach.
Yeah, I got to do my job sometimes. But no, it does sound fun. I know Mick goes quite a bit. Mick, he loves golfing, dude.
I think that's why they practice so early, so he has rest today to golf.
Do you have any chance in college to golf or?
I think I might have played a couple times, like in junior college. Like I mean, bro, you know, in JUCO, like you practice every day.
Every day.
I think we practiced like 80 something days in a row in the fall. Like we practiced every single day because there's no rules.
Yeah.
Like I remember us being like after like 4 or 5 weeks of no off days, like even on the weekend, we're like, bro, are we gonna get an off day? And then eventually we kind of gave up on it. Like, hey, we're not getting off days here. Like
there's no off days.
Like shout out to Marty, man. Like they grind at CF, bro. Like
dude, we were doing Saturdays and too. I think Sundays. Like and it was like most like. We conditioned so much for no reason.
Oh, bro, yes.
We ran so much, and I look back, and I'm like, man, I was in great shape, but like, I was like, really, like, what were we doing? Like, we just ran so much. Our coach at Pasco Hernando was the long distance coach too, so we did a lot of what they did, and I was just like, man, like this is not fun at all.
It's like for what, man? Long distance,
man, just not.
I remember we had to run one time because we got in trouble for something. I can't remember what it was or who did it, but it was like somebody got in trouble, the whole team got in trouble,
right?
And I remember Coach Marty telling us, like, he's like, y'all gonna either run till you throw up or till I throw up. And so I told my buddy Garrett, I was like, bro, we have to throw up.
Yeah,
like,
someone's got to puke.
Like, we can't, like, we're gonna run for hours if we don't. And if we can throw up, like, we probably can be good. He's like, what should we do? I'm like, bro, let's go Chick-fil-A right after class, get a big sweet tea, and get 2 chicken sandwiches.
Right.
And so we did. We got 2 chicken sandwiches and fries and a big sweet tea, and we chugged all of it, ate it right there in the parking lot. And we get to about like lap 4 or 5, throw up everywhere. Everywhere. And it worked. Marty's like, get off the field, get off the field. Yep. And me and Garrett like, let's go, bro. Like, let's do it.
Sometimes you got
it worked.
You got to. Yeah, you want to hand me one of those body armors, dude? I don't know why. Is it hot in here to you, dude?
It's getting there.
I'd be sweating right now.
Yeah,
just any of them. It doesn't matter. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I'm like over here sweating. I promise you're not making me nervous, dude. I'm just shout out body armor.
Shout out. But yeah, that was honestly fun.
Yeah,
we were kind of like, hey, who can we throw up?
Yeah,
and like didn't even have to try. We're like 4 laps in, maybe like a mile in, and all of a sudden, boop, gone.
We had this thing in high school. And like it definitely would be against the law now. I think about it all the time that they would. Are
you sure you want to say this?
I know, right? I don't even remember what it was like. Maybe the Miracle Mile or Miracle something. But what they would do is like they would get like a gallon of milk and like a full like 12 thing of donuts like per kid, and like you would eat as many as you could, drink as much milk, and then go for like your run. It was like the track team did it or something like that. And like I remember like because I think like. For you to run long distance and be on the track team, like you got to be like a special, like you like not special by no means, but like you have to like have like a really good mentality, like and like be super like bodybuilding's a mentality, like being a long distance runner. I feel like you really have to like have a good mentality 100%. On that. So they'd be like, oh yeah, we get milk and donuts today, and I was like, well, I'm so confused why they talk like they're so excited, and then like they get to throw it up at the end of the day, and I'm like, that's crazy, like you're so excited to eat all this. But you're just gonna go throw it up anyways.
They're not gonna keep it down.
Then that would be so against the law nowadays. But you gotta think that's like 07, 08 era. Like, but I think about that all the time. Like they were so excited just to throw up, but like maybe that's when they were finished. Like they throw up and then call it a day. You know, crazy.
100%. That's probably what it was too.
I think about some crazy conditioning stuff we would do. Like we had to. Did you ever have to do the timed mile? Like for anything?
Yeah. Physical fitness award.
Oh
we do it every year, presidential or national. Good. Every year, bro.
What was your best mile time?
All right, let me think here. I think so. If you couldn't get the mile fast enough, like presidential, because you got like a red shirt for national, you get a blue shirt, whatever. And this is all in like middle school, elementary school too, but really middle school. If you didn't get the presidential on the mile, you could get it on pull-ups.
Okay.
And so I remember that I could always get it on the whatchamacallit, on the mile. I could always get it because it'd be like a 650 or something like that. But on pull-ups, like it was embarrassing, bro. I could get like
it's tough, man.
So it was so hard. And
pull-ups are tough, dude.
They're so tough, and especially like 6th grade. I was like 91 pounds,
right? And
so which I should be able to do more because I was so light. But I guess I was just weak. And I remember going home and telling my dad about that. And he was like, boy, you got to be better than that. Like 3 pull-ups?
Yeah.
And so he ended up getting me a chin-up bar in our living room. And I would do it. Every time I walk in, I would do pull-ups. Every time I walk out, I would do pull-ups. Yep. Eventually, where I could get presidential on both.
Oh,
you know
good.
what I mean? Or like I think in my 8th grade year, I didn't even have to run the mile because I just got on the pull-ups.
You got the pull-ups?
Yeah.
That's
and I was like, I'm good on the mile.
Dude, the pull-up one was always... Pull-ups are tough. Till today, like... In my opinion, that's the ultimate like back workout. Like that will humble you so fast. And I'll start my back workouts. I'll do like maybe I'll get like because I try to go like full hang at the bottom and then pull up, and I try to get like 12 to 13. Like I'll fail, and then if I go back for another one, like I'm lucky if I get 6. Like once you get burnt out on pull-ups, like you're done completely. Done completely. But when it comes to the mile, so in high school we had to run a 7-minute mile to get our jersey.
Yep.
Or like you could be on the team, but if you didn't get to that mile, like you could just sit the games, like you didn't get your jersey. I was always one of the last kids. I was always a little chunky anyways. But I remember it was like day before the game, like that day of game, like, and like I had to run it before the game to get it, and I was just struggling. And I remember my coach was yelling, he's like, "You're almost there!" And I remember him taking like 5 giant steps, and like I was right on 7. So that's my best mile time. But I don't think I've like that's probably BS. Like I was probably a little over a 7.
Yeah,
I thought I was gonna die after that.
Could you beat that now?
I don't know. I don't.
Like you could
I think
easily.
I could. I do. I've been trying to run more this year because like I barely, especially not playing much anymore. Like I feel like I need to run, like doing sprints. Like when I started to play again last year, I was like, I gotta do some sprints. So my first like sprint, you know, like if you don't sprint for a while and you go to sprint, you're gonna fall on, like you almost feel like you're gonna fall 100%. On your face. So I was like, oh man. So after the first sprint, I was like, okay, I gotta do this more. So I try to do sprints like once a week at least to stay in shape. But I would like to do a time mile to see where I'm at, man.
You should. I was doing So when we played in Petco last year, this kid named CJ, he was there. He's like he's our host now, actually, on the Coconuts.
That's right.
Dude, he does like marathons like around a palm tree or around a Chipotle or around a baseball field. Like,
really?
He did like a 5K, or I think he ran a mile in like the bathroom of a plane the other day.
Really?
Kind of inspired me, bro. And I was like, that's crazy. Like I could easily run a mile a day.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be a fun challenge. And I started doing it. I did it for like probably 2 months. I don't know what I think I had like a sub 6 mile here. I ran at the field. I was at night and I just sprinted it. I was like, I'm gonna run as fast as I can, as hard as I can. And it surprised me because I was like running, you could like jog it and get like a 7:30, 7:45. But like I was like, I'm gonna push it, and I got a sub 6 on it. I can't remember what it was. I have to check my little app. But I feel like you could easily run like a 6:30 mile.
I'm gonna have to try it out, dude. It's been a while, man. But yeah,
do you have like the stamina when you run, or are you more like explosive? And
I'm definitely more explosive, but I've noticed like I used to not be like, my jog was pretty pathetic growing up. Like it was very slow pace. Like now I feel like I could stay at a much easier jog, like and not get as gassed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely I'm gonna try it out now.
You should do it.
I'm gonna have Justin, because I do all this stuff with you guys, the spray and the jumps and stuff. But yeah, maybe I'll go get a little time mile in. I'll get the laser set up.
Yeah, dude.
That's so funny. So what's new, man? Anything else new? Like what's going on in life? Is there anything exciting going on?
Let me think, man.
Not to drop that on you out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, life is really awesome right now. It's really cool getting to play like with all the new guys.
Yep.
And like watch them like learn banana ball and learn like the pace of banana ball.
They liking it?
Yeah, they're loving it. They're loving it. They're still like adjusting as far as like the trick plays and things go like that, but they're getting it, and they're getting like a little more confident every day, you can tell, which is cool. But I mean, got a song coming out tonight. I'm really excited for that. It's been a long time coming. We've made 20 different versions of the song, like trying to like fix different things.
Right.
I actually had a buddy of mine redo the entire song.
Okay.
Then we had like a problem with like the vocal stems, like trying to get them over to him, get that. And so we went back to like the OG version, and then we cut it, and then like all different things. And so it's nice to actually like get it out.
Right. I'm sure after all that work, you're like, just get it out in the public.
Dude, yeah. And with the song too, like you can, I mean, bro, I have sometimes like 15 different versions of the same song on my phone, because like you can always add more and more and more. Like you can always do more to it, but eventually you got to like just stop. Like, hey, this is good how it is.
Yeah, just got to let it go.
And there's a big thing called like demoitis. So like whenever you like, say we made a song today, I'd go listen to it probably 50 times.
Right.
And then 2 weeks from down the road from now, like we remake it, or like we add more to it, I'd be like, nah, it's not as good as the demo, like the OG, like, and you have to like get rid of that and like forget about what it sounds like that and listen with like fresh ears. And then usually like listen with fresh ears, and that's when you keep on adding more stuff. But yeah, as far as what's new, like I got that song coming out I'm really excited about, new team, getting to play a bunch of new stadiums in Myrtle Beach this weekend. Really excited for that.
Yeah, first time we got y'all. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm so excited to play you guys.
Man. We played in the fall, or not the fall. I think college baseball. Spring training we played, and then we haven't, because we had the Clowns a bunch at the end of spring training, and then we rolled into the season with them. So I'm excited, man. We're staying on Myrtle. It's gonna be so sick out there. Have you ever been to Myrtle Beach?
Dude, I went to Myrtle Beach. I think I had a bow tournament when I was little. I used to do like archery and stuff. I'm pretty sure it was in Myrtle, so I didn't like enjoy the beach or anything. But as soon as I get there tomorrow, I'm going fishing. Yeah, I'm going right there in the beach, right there.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't beat it. We got that spot, man.
Such a good spot.
But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the rest of the year. Excited to play y'all this weekend. I just want to thank you so much for coming on today,
dude,
brother.
Thanks for having me on here, bro.
Dude, of course, a new song coming out tonight.
Yep.
What's your social so they can find? I'm sure it's all over the socials, right?
It's just at Dalton Mauldin 5, DaltonMauldin 5. Song's called Ashes and Dust. So check it out.
I'll be ready to listen, dude.
Let's go.
So, all right, guys. I appreciate y'all swinging by. Have a good one.
Peace.